I want to talk to you a little bit about Tibbs because I know you all have a very close relationship. What is it that people are misunderstanding about Tibbs? How have 3 years in a row he has been voted the coach that players least likely want to play for?
A narrative that has stuck with him since probably Derek got hurt. And it's unfortunate that that whole situation happened, but that narrative, once a narrative hits you, it's kind of hard to shake it unless you do something drastic. And so I feel like if we win, that narrative could wipe from Tibbs. Like it's just, it is how it is. But one thing I've learned from him, you will be prepared for a game, right? He will bring out the dog in you. He's going to make you play a certain style, and you're going to buy into it. You're not going to buy into it because it's what for the team. You're going to like it because it's going to make you a better competitor. It's going to make you want to be the best player you can be. And he's just, for a person who works as hard as he is, it's hard not to like sit there and be like, oh, Tibbs, like you're like, nah, I don't think that's right. Like, no, like this man has been in the gym since 6 a.m. this morning. And when I come back for night shooting before a game, which is around like 7 or 8, he's still in the gym. So he's there all day. And he has a beautiful house, which I would, like, if I was him, I would, before practice is over, I'm in the car going home. So if I was him, like I would live there. But this man is just dedicated to what he wants to do, and it's win. He is a competitor. Like he loves to compete. Even as a coach, like it's amazing to see. And so to have the relationship I have with him, that my dad has with him, and the players on our team have with him, yeah, there's times where we're like, yo, Tibbs, like you gotta relax. Like, but like he's always gonna be on, he's always gonna be pushing you, and you're gonna enjoy it because it's gonna help you win. His favorite line is, winning is more fun than fun is fun. And while we all joke with him and laugh at him, winning is fun.
Yeah.
So, and then winning helps us keep our jobs.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's this real competitor, dedicated element that he brings to the team, that he brings to life. Because I really want you to take me into the mind of him, because it seems just like almost savant-like in his dedication to the game and how it's his life.
It's his life. It's his life. But since I've been like, from afar, I've known Tibbs. I've obviously never played for him until now, but getting to play for him and understand him as like a person, there's a lot more to that man than there's basketball. But he loves his basketball. He loves to compete. He loves just talking sports. He loves talking strategy. The amount of times I got calls like 8 a.m, hey, what do you think about doing this and this and this tonight? I'm like, yeah, we can talk about this at shoot around in 2 hours. Yeah, we can. But like he loves the game.
Yeah.
And like, for a person to dedicate his life to it, an unhealthy amount of time to basketball, like you can't just, like, I would love to play for someone like that, just because he's going to prepare you. He's going to be ready, and he's going to have every answer for the game, right? And you're going to be prepared. And like he's built the way he is just because of how much he loves the game.
Yeah. And I think, it works for you both because you are like-minded. Whereas I think for, the players that are voting on the poll, the knock on him is, okay, he's going to play you the entire game.
Yeah.
You're going to have a heavy workload. Was there a period of you having to like adjust to that?
No, because it's kind of what I wanted. I wanted a situation to obviously lead a team. And he's helping me do that. And we've gotten to the point where if there's times where I'm like, yo, Tiz, we need to talk about something, how I feel about like myself and how I'm playing, we'll talk. Like he's not a person who's just gonna be like, hey, nah, this is what we're doing. Like, like he's gonna listen. He's going to like talk to everyone about how they're feeling. Our practices are intense mentally versus physically. They're intense mental practices to make sure we're prepared mentally more than anything during the season.
What do you mean by that?
Like beginning of the season, training camp, obviously early in the season you have tough practices, and later in the season you physically aren't doing as much, like competing wise. Like you're shooting, like you're walking through and stuff like that, but we're not doing as much like grinding out in practice.
Yeah.
Mentally, we're like talking about plays and like walking through plays and kind of visualizing things that are going to happen in the game without like going like full speed and contact and stuff like that. So the mental aspect for him is huge, and it helps us because physically, like, we're not going to do as much in practice, but mentally we're doing enough to know that this is what we need to get better at. This is what we need to do for tomorrow's game or whatever. So that's just his mind and his mindset are definitely unique. But
yeah.
I mean, it's been working.
Was it unfair to say that, you know, how he does his rotations, the workload led to fatigue down the stretch?
I think it's unfair to say because there's some things that you can't, fatigue doesn't like control. Like me breaking my hand, like that's not really a fatigue thing. I physically hit something. It's always in question. It's always in question. But one thing Tibbs has always harped on us is to make sure we're coming into training camp ready to go in shape. Like, there's no getting ready in training camp. Mm-hmm. And him having, and he calls everybody. I know he does. He's like, hey, like, making sure you're doing what you got to do. Not saying it like that, but basically saying it like that. Mm-hmm. I've never seen a man care like this than anything else. Like, this is what he does. Yeah. Like, this is who he is.
No, I love it because I mean the love that you have for him is so clear. So yeah. I enjoy talking to you about him.